Yes.
Wait,
I'm composed.
This one's yours.
Thank you.
Cool. Okay, ready?
Ready.
Let's do it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. I'm Paige.
I'm Sarah.
We're from Two Pearls in a Pod, the podcast, or the knitting podcast.
And it's good to be back.
You got me on the spot.
I don't know.
It is good to be back. It's great to be back.
It's been a while.
I miss Sarah.
It's good to see you.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is our podcast where we talk about our knits and what we're working on and maybe some future plans.
Yes, I have future plans and I can't wait to discuss them.
And yeah, we're meeting on the lands of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, and it's really lovely to be here.
Exactly.
So, what are we drinking?
What are we drinking? You'll notice that we are not drinking tea on this occasion, much to Sarah's dismay. We are drinking a non-alcoholic spritz, which is delicious. Guys, there's nothing better than a fancy water.
Yeah, it's
right?
pretty luxe.
It's literally from Woolies. You know how you can get flavoured sparkling waters? This is a passion fruit one. They're delicious. They have no sugar in them and it's natural flavouring. This sounds really sponsored. It's obviously not, okay? But it's delicious. And I just put like frozen berries, and then Sarah rocks up to the place this morning with these dehydrated little lemons. Oh, are you joking? How cute are they? Anyway, I love them, and I love putting them in like cocktails and stuff, but now I can put them in my little fun drinks as well. It just makes it feel extra special.
So yeah, my first finished object is my lemon tree just went berserk and made a heap of lemons. So I dehydrated some and brought them over for fancy beverages.
It just really adds, I think.
So yeah, really, if you've got a lot of lemons, source a dehydrator, and or I think you can just do it in the oven as well. But,
oh really?
Yeah.
So I don't even have to use you.
You just put it on a low heat and for like, these took about 12 hours, or maybe a bit more.
That's so good to know, because yeah, like we have heaps of lemons in the fridge that we're just not getting through.
Yeah.
And like I would 100% go through them.
I think my dehydrator is specific, like it's more geared towards like dehydrating meals for camping and stuff.
Yeah,
which is
like,
why I got it.
Still works.
But it also works for lemons, and I dehydrated strawberries as well, which were really good.
Oh, that's awesome. They would be good in drinks too.
Yes, actually. Yeah.
One of my favorite things to do for friends is when they come over is make them really fun cocktails.
I am the beneficiary of this.
She is. I love making fun cocktails and using like really cool garnishes. Like I specifically bought violas in my backyard in different colours.
Oh, when you made that beautiful gin.
To make great gin cocktails. But like I also would branch out because, you know, sometimes you just like want the experience without having alcohol as well.
Yeah.
I would just branch out and also do it and put the little violas in my like fancy waters and stuff as well. When friends came over, and I just felt like the best host.
It's pretty luxe. Look at this life.
It just feels good. It just feels good.
Tastes good. Okay, we should probably talk about some knitting.
Yeah, let's talk about knitting. Yeah.
What are you wearing?
Oh, guys, I'm wearing my Fortune sweater from Petite Knits pattern. It's my favorite jumper still. I saw it in my closet and I missed it and realized I hadn't worn it in ages. It's made out of ochre, like just ochre 306 in a lilac color, which is why it has a cool mild pattern, and then also Kremke sole wool in silky kid.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I've talked about it a lot in previous episodes. I won't go into it in much more detail, but it's like perfect length.
And the drape on it.
The drape. Also, I'm not naked under here, but I am wearing like a skin toned bra, so it just kind of like works without distracting. Because I think last time I wore it with a very distracting blue top underneath it. So
which is a different look, but
it is. But this is my preferred wear. Tell us.
I am wearing my field day cardigan from Ozetta.
The fit is so good. So
the reason I am wearing it is because I wanted to talk about the fact that I have been tweaking this a bit, and I put it in my dryer and I deliberately shrunk it a bit.
I was gonna say, I feel like you made it really oversized, and now I'm looking at it and I did mention it, the fit is different.
Yeah, so I saw I have like an Instagram friend, knitting friend, her name's, I think it's like Makes by Catherine, and she just recently made a beautiful field day, and I was like, I am not getting enough wear out of mine because it's so huge and enormous. And then I was like, stuff it, I'm gonna take a gamble, and I put it in the washing machine, in my dryer, and dried it to try and felt it up and shrink it a bit.
Yeah, and it has felted slightly, but it's added like a cool, like I love the like when the gappiness goes away with
Yeah.
felting.
Yeah. So it's still oversized, but it's now at a point where I feel comfortable wearing it out of the house.
Yeah.
Before, it was not like that.
It looks
So I'm really happy.
really neat.
I
It's giving Cezanne.
Thanks. That's high praise.
It is.
Yeah.
It is giving.
So I'm thrilled. Like it shrunk a bit, which is
Yeah.
fine. It's a thicker, denser fiber now, so
Yeah.
it's probably a bit less soft as a result.
Less soft, like as in
Like to
more
wear.
stiff or more
Yeah.
scratchy.
It's just like both.
Both. Okay.
Probably more stiff.
Yeah.
Like it's less drapey.
It
and
looks
comfortable.
more. Yeah, it looks more structured. I
It's
think
more
is what I was trying to
structured.
say. Yeah.
But so it's kind of like simultaneous. It's like a bit less wearable because it's a little bit less comfy to wear, but it's like so much more wearable now because I feel like I can wear it out of the house. Was before it was like so ridiculously oversized that it looked stupid. But
That's
now
okay.
I feel comfortable. Like it's not so baggy.
Because I totally
I'm really
didn't think
happy.
it looked stupid before.
I felt it was a bit stupid.
No.
Anyway,
It wasn't stupid.
I now feel that it's something that like I've wanted to work a few times, and overall I'm so wrapped with how like it was a bit stressful, like the process of putting it in the
Yeah,
washing
that
machine.
is stressful. What a gamble.
I think I did a total of 15 minutes. So I like washed it and then like so while it was damp, put it in, and first I did it for 5 and then I was like took it out and I couldn't really tell much difference, so I put it in for another 10. And then I was like, I'm too nervous, I'm going to stop. And then
You're such a little experimenter.
oh well, I
You're
took
so-
a gamble and it worked, and I'm really wrapped with how it's turned out. So
It looks so good.
yeah, this
I'm
is
loving
my message. If things are a little bit big,
Give it a shot.
just chuck it in the dryer.
I
for
don't
5
know if I
minutes.
have that courage in me. You need to give me some.
So yeah, this is my newly revamped field day.
It looks great.
It's had a wash, a dry, a shrink, a shave. It's a new garment basically.
Oh, you would have shaved it as well. Was the shaving imperative? Like,
No, actually,
or
I
you
shaved
just
it,
just
kind
cause?
of just cause, and actually this.
Right, because I was wondering, like, because it looks very flat. I was wondering if it was
Oh,
from the
that's because
shave,
it's like
but
fresh shaved. But
Yeah,
I did.
yeah.
I don't think I noticed that it
I
was.
like it. Though.
Yeah.
That's what I.
Yeah, and I think that's probably contributing to like it becoming more of a felted-y fabric almost.
Yeah.
Is that I've taken off a bit of the fuzz as well.
It
But
looks
yeah.
so cool. It looks so cool.
I don't know how much longer I'll be able to wear it. It's quite warm today, but we'll see. I just wanted to wear it because I'm so happy with it.
I love it. And do the buttonholes and stuff still align nicely?
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I was worried. I think at the armhole, like it might have got a bit distorted because you've got things pulling in different directions, but
No,
It's been
I can't
fine.
tell. I just got distracted by my little candle thing and I realized it's not spinning and
Oh,
it's
do you
not
wanna do
spinning
your
because
thing?
it's actually
that way.
dependent on airflow.
Can we do it? Will it do it?
It's okay. Like once it starts spinning, it does it.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll just like spin. It's just from airflow. Someone in the previous video commented on the candle and it absolutely made my day because honestly, before when we were setting up, like before that video, I told Sarah, I'm going to put my candle in the background. And I love candles and I love my little thing on top. And I told Sarah, I'm going to put it in the background. We need to have it in the frame. Make sure it's in the frame. And I felt a bit crazy for doing that. And then as soon as someone commented, I thought, yes.
Vindication.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I know that person was wondering, and if anyone else was wondering, it's a bougie splurge purchase. If you're wondering where to get the top of it, it's from Diptyque, which I bought from in Australia, Mecca. But Diptyque is a French candle and homewares brand, so it's actually probably easier for you if you live outside of Australia to get your hands on it. It's one from a couple of years ago, but they release one every year and they've just released this year's one, which just looks very slightly different in terms of the design on it, but I love it. It is expensive, I will admit. It is unnecessarily expensive, but I bring it out every year and I love it and I get so many compliments on it. So, and the candle underneath is the sapin one, which is like the Christmas tree smelling one. So
Christmas is coming.
Christmas
It
is
seems
coming.
appropriate. It's very appropriate.
yeah, so anyway, in case anyone was wondering, I love that. I'm sorry, I'm talking about a lot of non-meaning.
I know. Look, that's okay. That's all right. There's a lot to cover.
Yeah, should we get back on track?
Let's get back on track.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I've got some finished objects.
Yes, let's do it.
Nothing particularly big or exciting, but
Don't downplay it. A finished object is a finished
this
object.
is true. My first finished object is my
Oh, yay! It looks great.
Essential beanie.
Sorry, I need to calm down.
Keep going. This is the Essential Beanie by Andrea Gorn. So 2x2 rib beanie. I've talked about it pretty much every episode for the last like 3 months, I feel like, because I love this pattern. And this is my newest one. Look at this crown.
It's so neat, guys. I'm like, I was talking to my psychologist about this yesterday. Sometimes people are saying something and I'm doing that toddler thing where you're like, wait your turn, keep it in. Like, and I can feel my face getting red because I'm trying so hard and then I blurt it out. Anyway, it's so neat. Look at that. Wait, hang on. I thought you could focus. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
You can tap it. It's really neat. Like that stitch. Stop looking at us. That stitch definition is like unreal.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So really happy with this one. This one I'm making for my little brother who's currently living in London, so he'll keep his ears cozy as it gets cold there. I've made this using double Sunday. It used about...
I want to feel it again so I can...
It used 1.8-ish balls. I have a little bit left over, and this is in the colour, it's called Forest Green.
Beautiful colour, beautiful stitch definition. I know that Florence from Handmade by Florence rates it particularly for beanies and for stitch definition.
Yeah,
I get it now.
It's got good squish.
I love her so much, but I'm not gonna lie, I felt a little bit betrayed by my like use of the merino, which like I go back on. Like I actually think it was better nice, once I knitted things up. So props, she had it right. But I was hesitant to try this, but now I want to, based on how good this looks.
Yes.
I think it makes a good finished object.
Yeah, so that's my first one. Happy with that.
How did you get your hands on here, your double Sunday?
This was in the same order that I bought from like that Lithuanian Etsy shop.
Right, okay.
And it was basically just to try it because I was curious about the yarn because I've not tried it before.
Yeah,
so I just sort of chucked 2 balls in with the
other
yarn.
Yeah, maybe I'll do the same.
Well, let me know.
Yeah. Let me know. No, I'm on a yarn ban. What am I talking about? I've been good, guys. No new acquisitions.
Proud of you. Proud of you. So that's my first one. Very happy. I did the extra large size, the adult extra large, like the bigger size. Knits up really quick and it's great.
Interesting.
Highly recommend.
Doesn't look huge though.
Yeah, well, it's meant to be a snug beanie, and I think she designed it with that purpose of it like staying on, being cozy, and so I mean it's got a lot of stretch.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair. Because I want to still make my Great Ocean Roads woolen mill with this pattern.
But there's like 3 adult sizes.
But if that's an extra large or whatever. This
is the largest size.
Sorry, the largest size. That makes me want to do the largest size. I don't have a.
Oh, you try it on and see how you feel. Because this is a DK way.
It's his jumper.
I don't want to ruin your beautiful hair either.
No, but I also like it's his. You know, he's gonna be like, why does it have this female's hair on it? Like, is this a second-hand present? Also, the hair. It's chopped. Yes, let's talk about it. No, let's not. I have.
What's your finished object?
Well, it's finished, but it's like shamefully not completely finished, if you know what I mean. So it's finished in that I finished knitting it, just need to weave in the ends, just need to block it. Classic
so
me.
Close.
But this is my silly sleepover. Oh, love. It looks pretty great.
The combination of the texture and the tweed in this, I am so into. It's like, it's perfect.
I think I'll be more excited when it's blocked because it still has that bumpiness that I'm like, eh.
I'm excited to see how this transforms with blocking because right now it's really beautiful and it's got like good squish. And the texture is so nice.
I'm just not obsessed with this particular Bendigo wool.
Oh, this type of yarn. Yeah, I think
I wonder, I'll see when I block it because blocking might transform it and I might love it more. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Anyway, I do love the pattern. The pattern was so addictive because you've got this like continuous repeat all the way down and you just want to finish that chunk.
Yeah.
And then you kind of start the next one and then you just keep kind of going. Anyway, it was a very, very quick knit and also not a huge pain to like pick up sleeves and stuff. No. I don't know. I found it easy to pick up the edges on this one with this pattern, or maybe I'm just getting better at picking up edges. I don't know. I also remember how Sarah talked about in her when she did her one, also the double rib, like the 2x2 rib, and casting off. I also just did a regular cast off, knitting the knits and purling the pearls, and just like it's like not an exciting cast off, but it's neat enough and I don't care.
Fair enough.
Anyway.
Looks great. I'm excited for that one. Oh,
I
to
am
look
too.
at with your jeans.
Yeah, like it's like,
Yeah,
Denim.
very cool.
yeah, it's
Very
a
cool.
denim vibe.
Nice. I have another finished object.
Yes, show.
Which is which is the pair of slipper socks that I'm making for my mum.
Oh,
For Christmas.
that's awesome.
So these are the Sandiscan.
Explain this. I'm sorry, I'll let you talk. I'm doing it again.
I'll get there. This is, yeah. So this is the felted slipper sock pattern, which I am very obsessed with. I made a whole video about it. I'm so obsessed with it. And I really enjoy how much everyone else is getting obsessed with it. It's really nice to see. But this is a free pattern from Sandiscan for socks using their Fritidsgarn yarn. Which someone told me means like leisure yarn or something.
Oh, that's
which is
nice.
cute.
I like it.
So the way these socks work is you felt them and they become more like a really rigid, structured sock. But when I made the video, the one thing I didn't do was show you how you kind of go from this to a sock shape. So I thought I'd do it now.
Yes, do it.
For the benefit
Do
of
the
everyone.
demo.
So it's because it's kind of doubly, like it's a tube. The way that you want to do it is, I haven't actually thought about this, is you want
No,
to
that was right. I
wanna
can visualize it.
tuck one inside the other. I haven't thought about the best way to do this, but you sort of, the two heel points, you want to tuck one so that they're reaching on the inside.
It's giving folding a fitted sheet.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah. And so then what you do is one of the feet gets tunneled inside the other one. Like that. And then you have
Your slipper.
your slipper.
Can you just wear it like that? Is that a vibe? No. We
Ah,
haven't. She hates it. No.
I wouldn't.
She hates it.
I mean, you
no,
could.
that's ugly as
You could, but
anything.
the merit of these socks is the way
The felting.
the fabric that it creates is so beautiful, and you get good shaping because like the way that Inga from Knitting Traditions does it is that she gets the recipient, to put it on their foot when it's damp, and then force a sock over the top so it really molds to the shape of the foot. And you get a really nice like shape through the arch of your foot and stuff. So it's really, and it creates a really nice shape.
But then do they just keep it on there?
No, just like for like 10 minutes or something, just to kind of help shape the sock.
Yeah.
Because like once it's felted, the material becomes a bit more shapeable.
Okay, yeah.
But that's how you turn one inside the other. When I was felting mine, I started with it open because I think it's probably easier for the material to felt
felting
while
to
it's that
happen.
way.
Also, like I feel like you might get an uneven, I mean, I don't
Possibly,
know,
yeah.
an uneven felt, and then you can pick which side you want as the outside as well.
Yeah, but I think there's like a critical point in the wash where it becomes too stiff, and then to turn one inside the
Oh,
other
so you can't for the whole.
I think that because the fabric becomes more inflexible, I wouldn't want to do the whole felting process like
Sure.
this.
Yes, that is something I would do and greatly regret.
Yeah, so I think because the first time I made these, I wasn't sure how long the felting process was going to take, so I kind of did it in 30-minute bouts, and I had to do about 4 of those, and I turned them inside out maybe after 2 or 3. If nowadays, I suppose I would be like, I'm confident this will take 2 hours, like I should put a 2-hour wash on or something. I would probably, I don't know, I suppose I'd probably turn them inside out for the whole thing and just do it as one long wash.
You've convinced me. I'm going to do it. You've convinced me. I feel like it only took me how many videos of Sarah making these to convince me. I've been convinced. I have a few questions though.
Yeah.
The yarn that you've used,
Yeah.
is it imperative that it's this yarn? Because it is so annoying to
I know,
get.
I know. I'm not sure. So
Okay.
I've never tried anything else. I think the key thing is obviously it has to be a feltable yarn, so
Yeah.
it can't be super wash.
Yeah.
The yarn itself is quite like fluffy,
Yeah.
and I think that adds to the fluffiness of the final felt. I've got some other yarn which I might try. So
There is it's from Lion Brand, which I know they sell at Spotlight, but they don't sell the one that we need. From Spotlight. But there are other felting yarns that you can try.
Yeah,
and
I'm
there's
sure.
a
I'm just
Lion Brand. Sorry, go.
yeah, I just haven't got around to trying anything else yet.
Well, the reason is there's a Lion Brand felting yarn. I think it's called Fisherman's Yarn. I can't remember. I'll show you online after the video. It's called Fisherman's something or other, and it's a felting yarn from Lion Brand, and it isn't super expensive, and it's also like a thinner yarn.
Yeah, okay.
And the reason I came across it was because someone was making a cool bag, and it was a felted
Ooh.
bag, and they were making also like felted like pots to put yarn, like pot covers or like pot cozies, and then they were putting like their skeins in it. That looked really nice, and I thought that could be fun too.
Look, I'm playing with felting, and I'm open to more.
Yeah.
I played Yarn Chicken with this, and I knew I would probably lose, but I had some left over from the pair I made myself, and so I decided I would kind of, knowing that I was going to lose Yarn Chicken, but I'm going to put this on the inside, then you won't see it.
Okay, controversial, kind of like it as a different... I know it's not your vibe. It is my vibe, though.
What, for this to be on the outside?
Yeah. Or like half... I might have a mismatched...
Someone I saw made a pair where they'd marled it, like there was two thinner yarns together.
Yeah.
And so...
And they felt
really cool. Yeah. But like this, I was like, I don't mind you losing Yarn Chicken because you won't see the inside.
I might do like the two toes different colours or something.
Oh, yeah, like kind of like socks.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are my Sandisgarn slipper socks. It's a free pattern. I've written out how I have done it in English, but Inga is the queen of this pattern, and she does a verbal translation. So
amazing.
I reckon start there.
All right, you sold me. I'm gonna look like after this, and I'm gonna break my yarn man, but it is with the caveat that I am going to use this yarn to make some Christmas gifts.
Well, yeah, it's such a good present because it knits up so quick.
Well, Jacob would die over those.
Yeah, he would.
Like, he steals my moccasins from Bendigo all the time, and he got a stain on them, and I'm still sad about it. But anyway, he can have his own little slippers. I think he just wants a slipper.
I know there's a few people who want to get in on a Fritted Scarn purchase. So.
Yeah, actually, I know a couple of people. Yeah. We probably know the same people.
Yeah,
anyway.
I think we're thinking about the same people.
Thinking about the same people.
Anyway, that's my second finished object. Look at me killing present making. It's not even December.
Yeah, it feels good.
Feels good.
I'll get into it's a work in progress, and I'm not going to go into it for a long while because you would have seen in the last few videos.
But it grows.
It continues to grow. It is my zipper sweater that continues to grow.
Oh my god.
Pattern again by Petite Knit. Guys, I will get into other patterns. I know it's unfortunate that these last few have been a lot of Petite Knit, pretty Petite Knit heavy. But anyway, and it is knit up in, I will show you a close up, but it's knit up in, as I said before, Concept by Katia and Noro...
Solo? Something Solo?
Silk Garden Solo.
Silk
it's
Garden
not
Solo.
the sock version, it's the regular Silk Garden Solo in Omitama or S1. It's knitting up cool.
Yeah,
it looks
it's nice.
It looks great. Love the I feel like if our faces aren't in it, yeah, it's got like a cool rainbowiness to it. It definitely is less intense in terms of the striping IRL.
Yeah.
I think our camera, it's an iPhone camera.
It's making us look a bit like...
It has a higher contrast, yeah. But I do like it a lot, and I'm liking how it's coming up.
I'm so excited for you to finish. It looks so good. It looks so good.
On the sleeve, I hate Magic Loop sleeving, but I just can't be bothered trying to find my short needles. And my short set from, I use the Xiaogu needle set. My short tip set doesn't have 5.5 and up, and I need 5.5, so I'm just copying it for the moment, but we're getting there. I don't think it'll take too much longer. Like, once I've done the sleeves, I'm going to make it cropped because I prefer my jumpers cropped, so it shouldn't take too much longer. Yeah. But that's where we're at.
Love it! I have another finished object, which is...
Oh, she's busted at me.
No, okay, so this is not a knitted finished object, it's a knitting... kind of finished object,
whatever,
which is
okay, dead.
I made this project bag.
That's unreal.
I'm really happy with it. I'm kind of shocked at how well it turned out.
I don't want to be offensive. I'm also shocked. It's unreal. It's unreal.
This is it's a patterned one.
I'm sorry, no. Look at the straps. They're so pretty.
This is a pattern. It's called the Buckthorn Tote from Noodlehead. It's like a PDF pattern that you buy online. The pattern is fine. Like, I think you could probably do without it. It's not a groundbreaking. It's like a little tote with like an oval bottom.
If you're me, you need the pattern.
Well, I bought it because I didn't want to think about it. Yeah. But I love it. It's great. I've used Merchant & Mills oilcloth, so it's got for the outer fabric, so it's got really good structure.
Yeah.
A little pocket at the front.
Feels nice.
Like-
Feels like it feels sturdy.
I
It
can't
feels
believe
nice.
I've lived a half life of using like this sort of project bag, like just calico type ones.
Don't judge me.
Oh, that's what I'm like. But now I'm like, how did I live a life before the Luxe project bag? Essentially, I am so obsessed with this. Put a zip in it, and then I bought some Liberty lining because they were having a sale. So
So pretty.
I love it.
That's a dream. You know, I have it over there, but my quilted petite knit
Yeah.
one. It's my favourite, but it's definitely for me now turned into the couch project bag so I don't annoy my housemates because I can fit like 4 or
Huge.
5
Yeah,
projects in
exactly.
there. It's not like a take around town project bag. I just chuck it in like, as you said before,
Yeah,
like
these
a
sort of
little
calico
little
ones.
tote.
Yeah.
It's too big for me to take around town really. But I love it still. But this is like the perfect like single project I'm actually going out and about size, and I want to take my project of knitting with me.
Yeah, I am very into this size. They do a bigger tote, but it's more like a backpack pattern, but you could obviously make a bigger tote. This one is like, yes, like small, like garment, but not huge garment, bulky capacity. It's pretty good.
I would buy one off you, just by the way.
I would make one for you.
I would buy one off you.
Good.
We'll discuss after
Good.
because truly it's the
I'm so
perfect
happy.
size.
But yeah, it's a really
Does
great
it
pattern.
fit a jumper, do you think?
Well, my next thing is
Oh,
my
okay,
current-
sorry. I'm doing it again.
Well, I was just gonna say it fits my current work in progress, which is a jumper.
Great, okay. Because that's the only thing that sometimes I'm like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
and I don't want to do that.
So I can't go back now. I'm like, I just want to own beautiful project bags.
I'm convinced.
Yeah.
Because also like
And it just stands up, which I love. Like
yeah, it looks.
and then it
looks.
just turns into a bucket that I
Yeah.
just sit beside me. And
And then you can put your balls of yarn in there
Yeah.
and use it as like a
Sold.
yarn
Love it.
yarn bowl.
yeah.
So I actually put on I want, you know why I want one particularly is like to be like the one that I take like to work and stuff.
Right, like with just like enough you can grab and go.
Because at the moment it's just getting stuffed in my work bag. It goes to the bottom. I've had incidents where my lunch has leaked and I've had like a heart attack moment. I spilled a hot chockey and it's like gone on my like calico bag, and I've had a stress moment of is there hot chockey all over my project, and this is much neater and will keep it more safe. I was laughing like I don't know if you saw my Instagram post the other day. I made a little Instagram post. I thought it was hilarious because
I loved it.
the nature of our job, like, well, I don't know, no, your job is less like this now, but when working in the hospital, you've got like your tasks that you have to do, like your ward round, la la la, and then like after that's done, you do the jobs of like making referrals, whatever. But like if it's a quiet day, like sometimes your job will be holding a phone and a pager and like waiting till you get calls about sick people and having to review them, right? And like if you're not getting many calls or you've got any idle time,
You got a bit of downtime. You need to
like you want to knit.
Yeah.
Like, and when I'm doing night shifts, like it's my favorite thing to do because night shifts can be, depending on where you're working, a little bit quieter, so I love doing that. But at the moment I'm working in like a hectic job so every day I'm like running to go get my knitting because the last
Just
thing,
in case.
the worst thing in the world is when the quiet day finally comes and you're unprepared. And the funny thing is like it's like every time you pack your knitting it's like you're setting yourself up for a busy day.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
and the one day that you don't bring it is the day that it's quiet, so it's almost like
real
give yourself a
self-fulfilling
good
prophecy.
day
Yeah.
by not taking it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was taking like a fresh ball of Nora yarn every day. This one ball was just making its way back and forth, like completely
like so
untouched.
optimistic, being like,
And-
today's the day.
Yeah, literally every day I was like, maybe today will be the day.
I feel like that when I'm traveling, like maybe I'll have time to knit an entire jumper,
Yeah.
even though I'm going away for like a weekend.
Yeah, and you put in like 3 projects.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh my gosh, but what if I run
What
out?
if- What if I want to make socks?
Yeah, I know, it's so silly, and it takes up space in your bag too.
Hmm.
Like in my work bag, it looks like I'm going to move into the hospital, but no, like it's just I've
my
got a
knitting.
jumper that's half done, and so it takes up half my bag. Anyway, it's quite amusing.
Yeah.
So in terms of what I was running upstairs to get before,
Should I finish? Should I do my current work in progress?
yeah, you should.
Then we can go on to
plans. Do you have plans to discuss too? Maybe.
I don't think so.
I just needed to know how much excitement I need to like contain.
Nothing at the moment. So no.
Oh, I'm excited.
Okay, so this is my
Sorry, I just saw the yarn. Sorry. I need them to restock this already.
I know, soon, December they said. So I am using the Maya 8 ply, which is a 100% alpaca. It's beautiful, it's lovely. It's from Morris & Sons, which is a yarn shop here in Melbourne, but they got one in Sydney too. And I am making, this is the front porch pullover test knit for Andrea Gowan. I just love all of her patterns, and this one is no exception. I'm really impressed with it. It's a pretty, it's not a, it's a drop shoulder, square neck, drop shoulder pullover. It's really, it's not a super fancy pattern, but Andrea has a really, I think she considers sizing really well, and this has got really good sizing, and she does this cool thing where she's got high bust and bust measurements, which I've never seen, which is, I think, is a really common thing in sewing, to be mindful of high bust and how that can be different and how that can affect sizing.
Yeah.
But she's incorporated that sizing.
She's a little seamstress as well, I bet.
Maybe, but I think she must be, because it's a really, I think, important idea to consider how people are different between here and here. And I really rate that. And so I'm really impressed with this pattern. So again, it's not a groundbreaking design, but it's really, really considered. And it's
I love that.
Being such a pleasure to knit
Also,
up.
you need something like that to differentiate a good jumper pattern now. There are so many,
Drop
simple
shoulder,
jumper
simple
patterns, and that, I don't know, that's what sort of sets each one apart slightly differently and makes them each different, are those sorts of details.
Yeah.
Is this your your first baby alpaca all?
Yeah.
plain jumper?
No. Because I made the cardigan, the April cardigan that I had, the one where I that's also alpaca, but I haven't really had a chance to wear that yet because I still haven't fixed the button band.
No, because I was going to say...
This is the first time,
The first, I've told you guys before, but the Klein sweater that I made was my first jumper ever, and I was so spoilt in the yarn choice because I used this exact Maya 100% baby alpaca yarn.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
And it's so beautiful, and the drape is so nice, and it does that cool thing, like I said before, where sometimes you want stitch definition. When you're doing ribbing, you want stitch definition, like on the beanie that we were looking at. But something like this, the stockinette without stitch, it looks really defined there because of the contrast, but you lose it a little bit because of the fuzziness in the best possible smoothness.
Well, and then hopefully when I block it,
yes,
it'll kind of blend even more.
It blends so nicely. It almost looks felted, but without any stiffness or roughness. It's it looks felted, but it's drapey and it's soft.
So yeah, this is I think, you could say this is a bit of a boring project. It's a plain grey
but you'll wear that to death.
But it's the luxury of the alpaca and the drapiness of it. I'm hoping I already am really, really happy with how it's feeling, and I think it's gonna be really nice.
So bad. Every time we come onto one of these, I'm like, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should make a luxe baby alpaca plain raglan or plain jumper, because I would wear that to death.
Yeah.
Because it's one of the reasons I love this so much. It's it's drapey. This is alpaca mostly as well. And it's that good drape. It feels nice.
The one thing so the pattern has instructed, and because I'm a good tester, I'm doing exactly what she says, is it's got a twisted rib neckline. Which I don't mind, but it means that the tubular bind off kind of looks a bit weird.
Well, okay, I didn't want to be mean. I hadn't gotten there yet, but I'm glad we addressed this. What's going on?
I am glad.
What's going on here? What's going on at the tip?
So
that's all I wanted to ask. I noticed it, but I hadn't
got so
hang on, let me focus so you can see.
Yeah, so twisted rib, which I don't mind doing, but then when I went to do the Italian tubular bind off, or the sewn bind off, I didn't twist it because I don't know. Is that a thing that you do with?
I don't know,
but it's kind of means that the stitch just before it goes over is really bubbly.
You need to twist the previous stitch, I think.
Yeah,
I know that sounds
silly. Or maybe
silly.
there needs to be a setup row or something. I don't know, but it doesn't look good.
See, that top stitch isn't twisted. That's the problem. If that top stitch was
twisted, it wouldn't be so bad.
But then, how do you?
I don't know. I haven't looked up at this.
But then did you? So you've already picked up stitches? Did you pick up stitches?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you pick up stitches, I think before you maybe just go through and twist all the stitches before. like make all the stitches have like the wrong leg in front
just before I do the cast off.
before you do the cast off.
Yeah.
And that would twist them for you.
Yeah, I think that's the issue.
But even then, I'm sure it wouldn't be too difficult to figure out. Yeah, no, you could figure out which way to, because I was going to say you don't want to twist it the wrong way either, but you'd be able to figure it out by looking at the previous row.
Yeah.
It's not too terrible. Or
I fully anticipate I'll probably redo that end of the
at least it's not like you don't really knit jumpers like that anyway, but it's not like a top down jumper that starts here.
No.
It's not like a Sunday sweater, although even a Sunday sweater you would like fold it in half. I mean, that's another thing you could do.
I could just sew it down.
Is sew it down, but then you'll have a shorter. Yeah.
If I was knitting this and I wasn't testing it, I probably would have done a 2x2 neckband.
Oh yeah.
So
you don't like a 1x1?
No, I think probably just 2x2 is. I'm seeing a lot of it around at the moment, and I think it would suit this sort of relaxed style jumper. But that's the only thing. It's kind of got like a semi-balloon sleeve. It's like a really subtle. Like I don't love a big balloon sleeve. I've worked out.
I'm that person who will add extra increases for a bigger balloon.
Yeah. See, I have one jumper which has got quite billowy sleeves, and it's the one thing about that I just can't.
That's so funny.
It's just like
You're a roller.
And if there's too much volume here, it drives me crazy. But this one is not too bad, actually, and I quite like how it looks. Gives it a little bit of a vintage look, I think.
Yeah, it does. Also, I feel like the fit ends up being a little better.
Really, yeah. But this is the Front Porch Pullover by Andrea Gowan. Keep an eye out because I really rate this pattern.
Oh,
it's a good one. It's a good one. She's really generous with her testing times, which takes the pressure off. I mean, I still feel like a little bit of pressure, but she does good work.
It's the one reason I can't do a test knit. I'm too, at the moment anyway. I wonder if next year, it would be something I could do.
Yeah, once you're not doing exams.
But I'm too,
and stuff.
It's
You've got too much other stressful
I
stuff.
could definitely do it, I think, though, if I didn't.
And then it just stuffs into my project bag.
Oh,
love it.
I'm so obsessed with it.
So that's my main work in progress at the moment. I've got a few socks and stuff on the go, but they're barely started, and yeah.
I feel like I would still include those because
it's like this much sock. I don't think that's very exciting.
Well, I have half a sock back there somewhere, and I just often when I put things aside too, in hibernation, I don't know if you do this, but then I get sick of them and then I just want to rip them up and then start again with something else. That's my issue. That's a personal problem.
I don't get that, but
She
anyway,
doesn't get it.
let's talk about plans.
Okay, plans. I just feel like a little bit of anxiety hit me because it's just about decision making and I need help.
Yeah.
So there are two projects that I have on my radar that I really want to make next because I've now cast off my silly slip over. I'm giving myself, I'm allowed to have two projects at a time, even though I definitely have others. There's definitely my mom's one from Mother's Day. It's just that one's really hard and I'm just not ready.
Yeah,
so
you'll get there.
I want to make
I'm taking this off.
both, but anyway. Not cardigan. What am I saying? The camisole number 9, the really fine knit, nice.
The one with the nice edges. And stuff. Yeah.
I want to make camisole number 9.
Beautiful.
What color do I make though? So options. Because I'm going through my stash. I'm not buying new yarn. It's huge.
Oh, so proud of you.
Okay, so I have this Knitting for Olive in Dusty Artichoke.
Classic.
So
crowd favorite.
I have the right amount of yarn for this already because I bought 3.
Perfect.
To make a summer top, and then I'm partway through my twisted one from Other Loops. And as I was knitting that, I found that this is 4-ply, but it's the skinniest 4-ply. It's a really skinny 4-ply, and it ends up being quite gappy. So I wonder, 2 options. Do I knit it with this and maybe knit on a smaller needle size because I want a sturdier, denser fabric and make it like that with this? Or do I make this color, this is 100% merino as well. Actually, lies. This is 90% merino and 10% silk. This is Albertine. I actually can't remember the name of the brand, but it's the same brand that does Gilead or Gilliard.
Terra Natura?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and we get it in Melbourne. They sell it at Sunspun. I actually bought this particular color to make Have you seen the Flutter Butt short and top set? It's like a little pair of shorts and a little top with little frills on the sleeves and little
Jessie
frills. Maybe.
I know she does that sort of thing.
And it's like the trim of the shorts, and I thought how cute to have a little set, and then I'll make it in a navy so it's a little bit like dressier. And then it was during lockdown, so I bought the yarn online, and then when it arrived, it's more of like a teal lighter color, and I persevered and I knit the top, like the whole top pretty much, but I haven't cast it off and I haven't done half a sleeve because you know it's me. And I don't love it.
Okay.
Like I don't love how it's looking, and I'm thinking maybe I forgot. I have so much of it because I bought enough for like both.
The whole set. Yeah.
But I'm thinking
that could be really nice.
Ply. It's also a little bit thicker,
fuller,
and also being a darker yarn, I wonder if it'll.
I think that'll look really nice as camisole number 9. Yeah. I think you should. I'd be curious though, the one that you're midway through, to block it and see
how it goes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
See how it looks.
Yeah. I'll finish it. That one's I'm doing in a different color. It's also in this, but it's in like marzipan or putty or something.
Yeah.
It's like a creamy color.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sold. So I'm going to do this.
I think that one.
Okay, cool. And then the other one I really want to make is, you know, the Spot Sweater by Anne Bensel?
Yeah.
I have a love-hate relationship with that one. So I've started making it previously. It's a color work, and Sarah will very kindly.
Yeah.
like put in a little pic of it. So I started knitting it because our friend Anthea knitted the whole jumper and it looked amazing. And it feels amazing, and the drape's so good, and like she raves, and
it's beautiful. I've seen it in person and it's like, makes me want one so much.
Like Anthea and I, like we have this like hilarious friendship, but she's very, I don't want this to come off the wrong way. She's very acopic when it comes to knitting projects. Like if something gives her the ick, she's done. She's out. So for her to make it through the full like colorwork knitting project is like a big deal, because she didn't become irritated by the project.
It sounded like quite a traumatic experience.
Yeah, initially it was quite traumatic, and I think it was a combination of, I think there was some difficulties with the fit, some difficulties with the instruction, as well as I'm not selling it. But also the fact that it was our first color work project. I say our because she started it and I was going to start it at the same time, and then I gave up on it because it was just too complicated and difficult, and I just needed something sugary to knit on.
That didn't cause you anguish.
Exactly. At the time I was knitting, I don't have the other yarn with me here, but I was knitting this as a contrast color with like an ombre taupe to brown was my thought. But it was just complicated because I was using so many different yarns. I had to like make the ombre fit in. There were also 2 different kinds of yarns, and I don't know if that was a mistake, because the other thing with Anthea's is like for both the contrast color and the main color, she picked yarns that were like the same brand, the same kind of feel.
So they sort of
they like really mesh together, and it's just a beautiful jumper.
Very nice.
Anyway, so basically I want to knit that, but how I came to this was I have a lot of like cool hand-dyed yarns, and I really want to knit them into this project. And I thought, I just don't know. So first question, do I make the hand-dyed, like my thought is solid color, hand-dyed color. Do I make the solid color the triangle accent, or do I make the background color the hand-dyed yarn?
I think it depends on how much you have. Like, because I'd say you need less of the contrast. So if you have like 1 ball or 2 balls of hand dyed.
Yeah.
But like if you kind of wanted this like full background with just like, it depends on how much you've got or how many you want to use.
Okay, so I have this beautiful yarn from Hedgehog Fibers, which I purchased off Marketplace, which is like the nicest looking yarn. I'm dying. And I'll show you. It's in a little packet because, you know, I store
because you're
things.
sensible.
So I was wanting to use this yarn for it.
Yeah.
Now I just already assumed I'm not going to have enough to use this, because like even if I use it as a contrast color, I don't think it's not going to be enough for our whole project.
What, 3 things?
No, 3 is enough. These 2.
Yeah. Okay.
That's not enough.
Yeah.
I don't think this is enough. And I'm not doing the thing of trying to find more of the specific Boombox and Zephyr. The other one's Birthday Cake, which is like more readily available elsewhere. But anyway, like I really like the other one, and I think I'll do it with this. But then what contrast color do I use, and which bit do I do? These
like
are 2 questions.
Ooh, I don't mind that.
So
That's kind of fun.
Do I do this Here are the options. Hang on. It's not focusing. Do I do this?
I like that. That's fun.
We just cover our faces. There you go. Do we do this combo? Or... But then I'm like, is that too hectic? Like, am I not going to get wear out of that? And also...
Might not be as like, it might not show and have enough contrast.
My other
Maybe?
concern is, like, is the fibre thickness... Like, because they're not the same make. Like, this is like a twisted, this is like a single ply. They probably have different compositions. In saying that, when I look at other people who've made it, like, it hasn't mattered.
No,
so I actually don't think that's a big consideration.
I don't think it should alter your decision making about which one.
Otherwise, do I use a neutral colour? For example, covering our faces again. This like a navy with this. Right?
I like that too. I think I like that more, but that's like more because it's more low key, which is probably more.
But then
my
will
vibe.
that be too dark? That's not really a thing. Also, if I were doing this, if it was this is definitely the background. Way too dark if this is the background.
Oh yeah, no.
Or do I do a lighter colour? I feel like
I think that's my least favourite combo.
This isn't it. Okay. Or you guys are gonna kill me. Why I'm laughing is this is Cargill.
This is what you bought to make your Cargill.
To make Cargill.
But you're clearly backing out of the Cargill.
I'm stressed about Cargill.
I mean, I wasn't, like, while I was making it, didn't have many good things to say about it because it was a labour of love. Now that I own it, it's just a love. But
to be honest, I'm not into this combo anyway.
Nah.
It was just a thought, you know what?
Yeah,
it made me because it's single ply as well. It's a very similar like strand situation. Sorry, we're coming. Last. I've got a lot of stash. Okay, the last option is, and this is more for color reference more than anything. Mm-hmm. Do I go like basic neutral, which could be nice as well.
That would be nice. I think it would just be more subtle.
Yeah.
Like, and then it's like, are you going to put all that work in for subtlety?
But like, if this was it, then this would be the background color. This would be the pop.
Ooh. Okay.
Which could be a vibe too.
Yeah. Let us know what you think. Taking suggestions from the crowd.
Please help me, because you know what'll happen if I start knitting with the wrong decision? I'll quit. And it'll just end up. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I need to be really obsessed with it, and I'm just.
Would you consider doing some swatches? Like, it's a lot of work. But
actually, I think that's probably such a good idea.
Like, knit a few combos.
Yeah.
And then you could turn them into cute coasters or something for the ones you don't like. I don't know. Like,
I don't have qualms with ripping back things.
Okay.
I've done.
Yeah.
So I would just rip them back.
A lot of work,
but I think maybe I do
option.
that. Yeah. I think I'll knit, and it's not a heap of swatches. I'll just knit this one, and then like the navy and the hot pink, I think, and then see what, and then we can then compare them, because I feel like I'd be more confident giving you advice. Sold. Thank you. That's what I needed to know. You guys can still let me know what you think. Maybe, just let me know as well. We'll do like I'll definitely take the votes into consideration. Or if you have other suggestions of other colours you think would look really good, also please let me know. Also, please let me know when you tell me the colours, which is contrast and which is the main colour, so I can like visualize it as well.
Thank you, crowd. This reminds me, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who gave me support after my button band fiasco last time.
Yes, that was really sweet.
Everyone who gave advice or just empathized with me, it was really what I needed to get through the trauma of that. So thank you everyone who said nice things and gave me encouragement about my button band. Thank you.
And also thank you to all the people who validated my sadness about buying so many patterns that were the same.
Oh yeah. Yes.
So many people were that's a thing, and I was like, okay, I'm not just being
it's just nice to know that everyone else is having the same experiences as us.
And I feel
and that's why I like this community.
It's nice. It's people just being honest and saying these things, and also giving advice. So really appreciate it. I'm clearly abusing that help now, but I appreciate it a lot. No. And we appreciate everyone watching. We were actually, should we tell them now about how we were thinking about doing a giveaway?
I suppose so.
Is it too
sorry.
I
think we've we're preempting it because we're not quite there yet. But look, whatever.
Okay.
I think
whatever. Let's do it.
Whatever. We're in deep.
Passionate about it.
So we, like, so many lovely people have been following us, which is really lovely. We're like on the precipice of 1,000 subscribers, which is like cool and exciting and like
also
not
like crazy.
I know, like not a big deal because like that's whatever.
No, it's definitely
But it's
not.
also really lovely. And so in anticipation, we were like, if we got to that point, we'd love to do a giveaway. So
I thought it would be cool.
I don't know.
We thought it would be really cool, and Sarah mentioned it, and it got me so excited because I was thinking about, you know, there are so many yarns that we always rave about, Australian yarns, like all the time. We rave about them, and we want to be able to share like something or maybe a couple of things depending on like how we go, of something that you can get here that isn't really talked about overseas because they're smaller brands. Something like Bendigo Wool and Mills, for example,
Yeah, or Ochre.
or Ochre. Like ones that are just smaller, and then that way you guys can get a little bit of a taster of what we're talking about as well.
So maybe as an incentive to subscribe, I don't know. I'm gonna do a project bag because I'm obsessed with this and I think everyone should own this in their life because it's amazing. So if you'd like to subscribe so that I can give away one of these and maybe some extra yarn next time, please subscribe.
I think, subscribe, comment below like your favorite yarn brand maybe. Like,
Oh yeah.
Like,
So
or something
it'd be
that
good
you're
see,
excited
like,
to try.
different yarns from different parts of the world.
Something that
like, I might know about
you
or whatever.
think is an underrated, like something
Ooh.
underrated, I think.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
an underrated one, like I don't want to hear about another Knitting for Olive or like Santa's Garden. Like love them already.
Sure.
Tell us the little niche underrated yarn brand that you think we should try and we'll give it a go.
Keep an eye out for it.
Yeah.
But that's our shameless plug to so that we can give away some stuff and I can make some more project bags.
Yeah.
Um,
Fuel our passion.
Yeah,
Great.
cool. I think that's everything I have.
That is
I think
everything that
on
I
that
have.
note,
The candle is still spinning.
it's still going. I had to give it a little.
Oh, you did. Okay. I was like,
because I knocked it.
well, yeah.
Thank you
so
everyone for your
much.
support. Really, really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.
See you soon. Bye. Yeah, in frame. Thank you.
It's good.
I mean, just rotate it a little.
Like
Make it really cute. Yeah, perfect.
Like that. Happy?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.